Are you thinking about buying a cleaning franchise? Well, then you're definitely gonna wanna check this video out before you do. But first, a quick intro. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike Mack from the janitorialentrepreneur.com, and I help people start, grow, and automate wildly profitable office cleaning businesses. And on this video, I'm going to give you 3 things I wish I knew before I started my first cleaning business, which was a franchise. So you're definitely gonna wanna stick around and hear all 3 things because it would have benefited me greatly if I knew that. Okay, before we get into that, if you haven't already, I need you to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell because I put out new videos just like this every single week and you're not going to want to miss them. Also, if you like what you see and you're getting massive value, because that is my goal to deliver to you, hit that thumbs up button and help this channel. You know the drill. All right, before we jump into the meat and potatoes of the content you are looking for, I have a question for you. This week's question is, have you ever considered starting a cleaning franchise? If you have, which company have you either spoken to or considered going with? I'm always very curious by that. You can comment the answer to that below, all right? Now that all the housekeeping is done, pun intended, let's get into the video. Okay, so here's the deal. The point of this video is not to knock franchises. The point of this video is to just give you things that you should think about before you make a big decision like that. Back when myself and my partner started, it was just about starting a business. We wanted to start a business that could, something that we could hold on to for many years and maybe eventually sell. At the time, I wasn't thinking too much in terms of automation because I didn't know any better. It was our first business. So I was honestly just looking like I didn't know what to do. And franchises were always appealing because it was like, well, they tell you what to do. So it's not like you're starting a regular cleaning business elsewhere. I mean, it's not all perfect independent cleaning businesses because if you don't know how to get leads, if you don't know how to find cleaners, if you don't know how to do any of that stuff either, that's not gonna be a cakewalk either. That's actually gonna be the exact opposite of a cakewalk, all right? So it's not me, the point of this video isn't to say, oh, a cleaning franchise is terrible, be independent. No, for some people, it's probably gonna be a good fit. That's to be honest. For me, if I would have had the video and the content and what I'm about to give you right now in this video, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have started. But that's me. Not everybody's like that. I know people in my circles, I know people who have done really well with franchises because it's perfect fit for what they were doing. Likewise, I knew people who were absolutely miserable and wanted nothing to do with them ever again. All right? So you may not know until the end of this video if it's even right for you. So I definitely think stick around till the very end. You're not gonna wanna miss any of it. All right? Now, let's get into the 3 things you should know and the potential dangers of starting a cleaning franchise. All right, the number 1 hidden danger behind buying into a cleaning franchise: fees, fees, fees. Now listen, I'm a big believer in it. If someone's providing a service to you, it shouldn't be free. Absolutely not. But one thing I didn't realize is this, when you are just starting out and you are working with your cleaning franchise, it seems like there are fees on everything. So just to give you some specifics, when I started, there was a 20%, I think it was like 18, 19% support fee. And that was every month. That doesn't go away. That's, again, for support. So franchises help you get your contracts. But when they do, whatever volume you have, they're getting 20%. So if you're billing $10,000 a month, $2,000 right off the top is gone. That's just one fee, okay? Another fee that you have to think about is, you have to pay for the volume. So when you buy into a franchise, let's say you give $15,000 to get into your franchise, all of those accounts that they get for you in that promised number, those are yours. You're typically not paying for those because you paid up front. Let's be really specific. When I bought in at $15,000, we got $2,000 a month in volume. So 20% was coming off the top of that. Plus, anytime we got a new account, we were paying 4 times the monthly number for the next account. So again, just to keep things completely just easy, let's say a $10,000 a month account, which were pretty rare with franchises for whatever reason. But let's say they found you a $10,000 a month account, right? And you're like, whoa, that is awesome. So in our circumstances, we would be paying $40,000 for that $10,000 a month account, which may sound like, oh yeah, no, that's great though, because then you make the money back in 4 months, right? No, it's not how it works. Because that whole $10,000 a month isn't like pure profit in your pocket. No, it's like, no, you have to hire your cleaning team, you need the equipment, supplies, whatever you need monthly going forward. There's also that 20% that's coming off the top, and then there's your profit, and then whatever's left of all of that, that goes to that. So that's like, you could have that debt hanging over you for a really long time. So those fees do add up. And it was like the bigger you grew your company, the further in debt you went. So in a sense, that just wasn't for us. And you know, for some people, they don't mind that. Maybe you're thinking 20 years down the line, like I'll have all that paid off. But one thing they did offer was, hey, you can do extra services to really pay off that debt quicker. So what an extra service is let's say you have a big debt collection company and there's a lot of carpet. You could perform a carpet job, which typically did pay really well. The only problem that those fees existed even on those jobs, okay? So it just felt like I'm just accumulating debt on debt on debt on debt. So for me, I was never really comfortable with that. And it took me a while to realize that that is absolutely something I wanted to avoid. So it's definitely something I had to put in here, like just so you could know going forward. So even if you don't want to go independent, you want to go franchise, definitely go in and ask your franchisor, because it's going to be different. There could be some differences in, you know, how other franchises handle their business. So you want to know what the support fees are, and you want to know what the cost of a new account is to your business, okay? Very important. Okay, hidden danger number 2 is something that was never talked about. It's something that you only know when you experience it while you have your franchise. And it's not just my franchise. Again, I have firsthand knowledge of 2 major franchises that are all over the US, and one of them is like outside of the US. But that thing is underbidding. Now, the structure typically is a franchisor buys a territory, right? And they get to use the franchise as, they basically franchise a franchise, right? And their job is to basically find accounts and then find franchisees to sign up, pay them $10, $15, $20, $25,000, and give them their initial volume, and then keep finding accounts and then keep giving them to the franchisees. So they're making their money on top of the franchisees. Again, nothing wrong with that. The problem is, however, is when you are underbidding to win these accounts. Now, when you start getting a lot of franchisees, you start realizing that it's like, oh my God, we gotta make sure we gotta keep making money, we gotta keep growing. So typically you'll hire a salesperson, and a salesperson, even if they're good, they're going to come in and underbid eventually to make sure they keep hitting their sales months, right? I'm not saying every single account, but it does happen, and it happened with us. At least it felt like 70% of our accounts were underbid. Now, definitely underbid from what we would bid, but like even underbid for like what's typical. Because for the salesperson, you get that sale no matter what. So let's say I bring on an account that should be $5,000 a month, but instead it's $3,500 a month. It may not seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but when you think to yourself like, wait a minute, that's an extra $1,500. I mean, that's telling you right now, when automation's a big deal to you, that $1,500 absolutely matters. I mean, that goes towards your quality assurance crew. I mean, everything. It goes to like getting better equipment. It goes to your profit. I mean, that's money that you really can't afford to lose. You know, so when you're underbidding, and when you're a franchisee, you're kind of locked into that, unless the franchise wants to be nice enough to like let you out of a contract, but you basically are signing contracts on top of each account you get, and you're just incurring debt, like I was mentioning in number 1. But when you're underbid, it's so hard to, forget automation, it's hard to find cleaners when you're not profitable, because it's underbid, plus there's the 20% fee, plus there's a fee that you're paying back. So all of that, like, it makes it nearly impossible to actually prosper with a franchise. Now, does that mean there's no such thing as prospering with a franchise? That is not what I'm saying at all. If you think that, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it has to be a kind of unique situation. You know, there's some luck involved, you know, because it depends on who your reps are, it depends on who's finding you accounts, it depends on what they're bidding like. Because that is the opposite of a perfect storm. It's like a perfect storm to like ruin your business, if anything, okay? So underbidding is something that, unless you're familiar with, it's something you don't really know until it's too late. But it is something I do want to put on your radar, you know, because it doesn't mean everyone always underbids. That's not what that means. It just means it does happen, you know, because if you've never cleaned ever, or you don't know exactly, it is sometimes tricky to walk in and say, oh, this is about $2,000 a month. It's like, how do you know? You know, how do you know it's not 4,000? You've never cleaned a space. Your salespeople have no experience actually doing cleaning for a while, okay? So that, because of that, it's something you should think about before starting your cleaning franchise. Hidden danger number 3 of owning a cleaning franchise, and that is reliance. Relying on other people to provide your accounts. Now, sales are absolutely the lifeblood of your business. And marketing is right up there with it, right? Because if you don't have clients, you don't have a business. Now, we could really get down into the nitty-gritty and building a team, how important that is. It's all important, don't get me wrong. When you're a franchisee, you don't know how to go out and get your own business because it's just not part of your responsibilities. I mean, that is a benefit too. Let me not frame it like it's the worst thing in the world. Like, no, it's a benefit for some people. If you're somebody who wants nothing to do with that side of things, then a franchise makes sense for you. Absolutely makes sense for you. But if you're someone who's like, no, I want everything to do with my sales and marketing, and I want my company to have its own voice, a unique voice. I want to know how to price. I want to know how to do this, that, then a franchise is probably not your speed. When it comes to reliance on somebody else for your sales, because of that, it typically, another part of this that's definitely not a benefit is it feels like you work for somebody. At least that's the way we felt. After a while, we started feeling less and less like business owners, and we started feeling more and more like employees or managers. It felt like we were managing a business versus running a business because it wasn't our uniforms. We didn't bid on these accounts. Really, nothing outside of staffing accounts was our business. So we felt like managers. Yeah, I mean, it's not much to make me feel like this is independently mine. Like if I had a nightmare client, if somebody was a nightmare, there was nothing I can do about it. I mean, I guess there kind of was, but it took a lot of time. Now, if somebody slips through the cracks and it's a nightmare client, I mean, they're gone. They're gone. They'll get warned, and if they continue, that's it. They get notice that we're not coming back. That's it. I mean, we've actually had somebody call immediately and apologize and say, hey, maybe, well, on their partner's behalf. It was not that long ago, actually. It was just like, hey, from now on, let's just run everything through me. Don't worry about my partner, they got a lot going on. But you see how that switches? This is definitely for another video, but like if you like are so like, oh my God, we need you, please, we'll do anything ever. It's like, they're gonna walk all over you. Really, you could also deliver the best service that they'll ever pay for, but also give the energy off like, we don't need to be here, we have other people. So again, that's a whole other video. But the self-reliance part is you're never gonna know how to truly go out and grow your own business. And because of that, you always feel like kind of like you're just waiting for accounts. And when those accounts are coming in and, you know, sometimes they're underbid, and when they're coming in and you're having to constantly pay for everything you get, not to say it's not warranted, because I mean, they are giving you business. For me, it just wasn't my speed. Now you might be someone who's like, no, that's totally my speed. And power to you. So then this wouldn't be like a potential danger to you. This is like, no, this is a good thing. This is a main effect. Not even a side effect. This is a main effect, is I'm glad this is what I'm paying for. Totally. Okay? But for anybody who wants to fully grow and automate, it's very tricky like that when you're relying on other people to grow your business for you. Okay? So that is definitely the third thing. All right, in conclusion for this video, again, the point wasn't to hammer on franchises. I'm definitely grateful I got to go through my experience. Obviously, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't do it again, but at the time, I didn't know any better. I didn't have this channel to check out. No, it would have been helpful to actually just know while I was going in, kind of like what I was getting into, because up front, everything just sounds great. It's just, hey, hand over money, we'll send you accounts, we'll handle everything, sounds great. And then there's other things to consider. And because of that, it just wasn't ultimately a fit for my goals and ambitions of like fully automating a company, having full say on who comes in our doors, having full say on the type of community we build as far as like culture between ideal clients and superstar cleaners and, you know, rock star employees, you know, in the management structure. Because of those reasons, it just was not a fit, but it may absolutely be a fit for you. So I don't want to discourage you. I just want you to take what I told you in this video and actually put it to the test. Ask before you hand over a large sum of money like that. You should be informed. So ask the questions and see from there, get their feedback, get their answers, and then from there you make your decision that is best for you. All right, but that is all I got for this video. Outside of that, if you are just starting out or you want to grow more and you want to know more, below this video there are some great resources for you. If you're interested in working with us, helping you start, grow, and automate your cleaning business, hit the janitorialentrepreneur.com. Check out the programs page. It'll tell you a bit more about what we do to help you do your thing. All right, but that's all I got for this video. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next video. All right, peace out. Boom. Whoa! Hey, thanks for watching the video. What are you still doing here? You want to check out more stuff? You want to grow your cleaning business? You want to grow it to the next level? You want to automate and scale all that fun stuff? Check out this video. Or check out this video. Now, have you subscribed? I mean, seriously, it's right there. Just click. You're subscribed. All you gotta do is click right there. Or you should check this video out. Or check this video out. I don't know. Do your thing. I'll see you on the next one.